Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to today's TSW2 video. We are on the Tees Valley line. I know I said we were going to do Microsoft Flight Simulator. Can't talk this morning apparently. It's not released till tomorrow. So, yeah. So we are on the Class 37 this morning. Good morning, Pethers. We're going to take some empty steel wagons to the Lackenby sidings from Darlington. Not sure how long it's going to take to do, but we're going to get it done. Alright, let's get in here and get everything set up on this 10:15 service. Alright. Let's see. Key, there it is. So we are at the back end of the train. So this is technically the front. So we are facing Bizarro way. So we're going to leave from here, and then we are going right there. That's our destination. So let's get in here. Let's get make sure everything's all set up before we go. Tail lights. Let's get the instrument lights on. Let's get our AWS on. So why not? We are oh no, that's got the red back here. Window down. I think everything should be set. Brakes. I believe. Make sure we got that air brake goods. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Looks like we are all set. We are still waiting though. We got a red in front of us. So as soon as oh, denied. Let's get the brakes off. Yeah, I don't know about around the world, but yeah, I fired it up this morning. I got up, I was like, oh, it's today, and no, it's not. It's tomorrow. So, yeah, but we'll put this on. Yeah, it's got both. Oh, there was a switch for like this. One side. So oh, we got a freight or a passenger in front of us. Hey, good morning, Mick. I will jump in on the stream when I can. I got to start a barbecue soon. No worries, Mick. No worries. Hopefully it's a good day. All right, we can start making our way to Lackenby. We're gonna kind of go slow because we got that passenger service in front of us. Yeah, look, we got a red already right down the road. That's no fun. Probably because that train is stopped. Oh, no, it's not even stopped yet. So, of course, remember in Bizarro World, uphill is downhill and downhill is uphill. I did. I honestly, I thought it was today. And it turns out it was the 27th. I just was overly excited and thought that today was the day. So yeah, I was ready to do it. So it happens. Now, last night, our daughters got us up at 5 because she was just at opening her gifts. Nice, Mick. Yeah, that's youth for you. You know, they can't wait. So, yeah. Yesterday evening, I took a trip on Clinchfield. I did a scenario. Had to load up some coal cars and then take them. I think our final destination was Caney. Or Canny. But anyway, yeah. It was pretty good. It was a good run. I did screw up and put the F7 into emergency brake, so I had to remember how to reset the system. Hey Chris, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Even if you're watching on Twitch, it's all good. I can keep an eye on both chats. So no flying then. Not today. Tomorrow we'll be flying. I misunderstood the dates. I thought today was the release date. It's tomorrow. So yeah. But it's all good. I'm excited to share it when it is finally released. Alright, let me get a little bit of throttle on here. Let's just go full throttle here. Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed. I hadn't been on Clinchfield in quite some time, so well, good to hear, Chris. Yeah, it took me an hour and a half to drive. I forget now. It wasn't a lot. It was fairly slow. Well, because you can't go faster than, you're not supposed to go faster than 3 miles an hour while you're loading the coal. Oh, now he's over here. Welcome to the YouTube stream, Chris. Yeah, I'm using a thing called Aircast. I start up the stream on Twitch, and then I start up Aircast, and then I can stream straight to YouTube. So now I don't have to worry about the, downloading and doing all that stuff. And yeah, so it goes a little bit easier for me. So where is that class 101 at? I didn't see it, but so I've got both on as only gave me no. Oh yeah, that's okay. Well, probably because I go live on Twitch first, and then I have to wait for Aircast and Twitch to talk, and then I have and then I'm finally able to go live. So it takes about a minute or so. It's like I have to start up. When I start up YouTube the first time, it doesn't always acknowledge that, you know, they're not talking to one another, so I have to stop it and restart it again, and usually by the second time it kicks in. So yeah, I very nearly streamed Clinchfield last night, but it was kind of late and all that, so yeah, I figured we'll just stick with, instead of doing Tees Valley tomorrow, we're going to do it today. I would like to do a stream on Clinchfield because it is a nice route. The only thing is, I can't, there's so many tunnels on Clinchfield that it's kind of hard to train surf and show, you know, the scenery and everything. So, I mean, there's some areas you leave one tunnel and you go right into another one. There's very little, you know, distance, yeah, but, yeah, because I haven't been on here in quite a while either, so, yeah. But I figure it's going to be kind of quiet. It's Monday. So people will come in as they want or not. Now I was thinking, after we do, maybe, well, it won't be Wednesday because I got stuff to do Wednesday, but Thursday I'll do a service on Clinchfield, and then maybe what I'd like to do is take, because I think the Class 37 and the F7 are fairly similar in size. I think the F7 might be just a bit taller. But I'd like to do kind of like a scenario swap where we take a couple of the 37s over to Clinchfield and do a, you know, freight service there, and bring the F7s over here and do a freight service. You know. Pithers. So, yeah, I think that would be a kind of interesting situation to see if we can swap the two. I know we can, it's just, I think it would be really interesting to see the F7 here on Tees Valley line. Still don't see our, well, that 101 must be on a limited stop service because, oh, nope, there they are right there. Yes. I'm gonna do the tutorial. I have no idea what to expect, so I'm gonna start from the very basics. I don't know what, you know, like if they limit you on some stuff because you're on the console, or I really don't know what to expect. You know, like the opening stuff is very beautiful, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know if you're only limited to the airports, you know, or if you can find an air. I really don't know what to expect, so we're going to do the tutorial stuff first. You know, we're going to go to flight school, basically. And then we're going to go from there. And So yeah, no jumping straight in. We're gonna start from, we're gonna learn the basics and all that. Because I think when you jump in, either it's gonna go very well, or it's gonna go horribly wrong. And I'd rather it go well. So yeah, as much as we can control, I'd rather it go well, and then we can worry about expanding our flying horizons, so to speak. So but yeah, we won't be jumping right into a 747 or anything like that right off the bat. We're gonna start off with props and work our way up. As near as I can figure, that'd probably be the best way to handle it until we get, more comfortable with everything.
I thought I had
Motion blur off. But well, please do leave a thumbs up. It's all greatly appreciated if you'd be so kind. But yeah, tomorrow will be Flight Sim. Wednesday, I'm going to do 2 quick services on the Isle of Wight. Or maybe, no, you know what we're going to do? I have a scenario that I need to do on Bakerloo. So we're going to do a scenario on Bakerloo on Wednesday morning. Thursday will be Lynchfield. And then we'll go from there. So yeah, for those of you who've not seen Clinchfield, we'll run that on Thursday. But yeah, I was looking at some of the scenarios I still had to do in the game, and so yeah, Wednesday will be the scenario on Bakerloo. Because it shouldn't take long to do. I should have plenty of time to do that in the morning and then still go take care of some other things I need to do. I have another photo shoot Wednesday, so after that I gotta get cleaned up, and then I gotta head downtown and meet up with somebody. Get off doing something and be back. Yeah, done better than that, Rob. I shared it on Twitter. You'll be famous. Well, thanks, Mick. I'm not looking to be famous. I'm trying to, especially with this game. I know this game in particular, it's a niche market. It's a niche sort of thing. Lots of people may not always appreciate a game like this. So, yeah, but I appreciate it. If a few people come in, it's cool. If not, good morning, Amela. It is what it is. No, I have no expectations of being famous at all. But I do appreciate the plug on Twitter. Yeah, there's our... Now these, to me, they say these are light locomotives. I don't know that... They don't appear to be like a light locomotive. But I guess maybe back in the day they were. Class 101. So, but I'm really excited. I to do the flight sim thing. I can't wait for that. I honestly thought today was the day. You know, I was like, ooh, wonder if I can do. As my dream kind of is to do a service to fly from. There's an airport near where I grew up, and I'd really like to be able to do a flight from there to like Sacramento, you know, like in a prop, if I could. I don't know if it's possible or not. That's the only thing. But hopefully it is. But we'll see. We'll know more tomorrow. I would have thought, now, you know, because usually, you know, if you pre-order stuff, usually they give you a few days early access, and I was really hoping, no, Microsoft's not doing that. It's like everybody's got to wait on the same day, and it's. I think they would have gotten, maybe if they had done a pre-order early access thing, they probably would have gotten a lot of people to you know, pre-order it and buy it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the base game I think is available on Game Pass. If you want all the extra bells and whistles, then you got to pay for that. But which I did, so we should have better looking airports. You know, like San Francisco is supposed to be better drawn or whatever. So. Plus some more aircraft. But yeah, there's an airport near where I grew up. That's my goal. If I could, I would fly from there to like Sacramento. But again, I don't know what the limitations are as far as the console goes. So, you know. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll find out more tomorrow. If we can, that's what I'm going to do. It may not be the best rendered version of that airport, but it's like a private, you know, aircraft-owned sort of airport. You know, something that either people who have their own planes fly in and out of, or you can charter somebody to fly you somewhere. Or, better yet, if we could fly from there to Monterey, oh, that'd be even better. Because there is an airport, it's up in the hill somewhere, it's a private air, you know, like people own their own aircraft and all that, but when I used to go down to Laguna Seca for the historics race, a lot of, you know, because you have the car race going on, you have the Pebble Beach Concours de Elegance, so there's a lot of people with a lot of money who are there for the auctions and stuff. So they have, you know, they fly in and out in their Lear jets or their private Cessnas and stuff. So yeah, if we could find that airport, that would be cool as well. So yeah, hopefully, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it looks like just when I was firing it up this morning, thinking, you know, I was going to log in and just kind of check it out before streaming, and they showed, oh, it was so amazing. The opening scene, and you could see the Golden Gate Bridge, and the San Francisco Oakland bridges, and I was just like, oh man. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I really don't know, because there's not been, as far as I can tell, there's not been anybody who's showcasing the game from Microsoft on the Xbox to kind of give people an indication of what to expect. So I really don't know. I'm I might be over, getting a little too dreamy-eyed about it and hoping that all these things I can do them, and I don't know if I can or not. I hope they will. When they announced it, I was like, man, this is going to be awesome, because I think now, as Joe said in a lot of his streams, the consoles are giving PCs a run for their money when it comes in terms of graphics and everything. So if that's the case and this runs very well, I think it's going to be a huge hit for Microsoft, and it's going to boost sales of the Xbox, especially the Series S and the Series X. I don't know if it's going to run on very well on last gen consoles. I kind of feel like it's made specifically for new gen consoles, but we'll see. I'm really excited about it, if you can't tell already, because flying was always one of those things that I was always interested in. When I was still living in California, when I was looking to go to school, San Jose State was a university that I was really interested in. They do have a aviation program there, and I was thinking about going into that. They have their own, it was phenomenal. There was a lot of stuff back then that I was like, oh, I want to do this, and it just kind of fell apart. But I probably should have done that, because I think I would have enjoyed that, But yeah, I even had picked a fraternity at San Jose State. That's how serious I was. You could tell, Abella. Yeah, way before I got bit by the car bug, aviation was my thing, Yeah, so I'm really excited about sharing that with you guys. I'm hoping that it's going to be fun. Hopefully we don't crash too often. But yeah, and then also the good thing then is also I can kind of point out things from the air near where I grew up. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I remember there was what was it? It was Dick Rutan and somebody else. They flew around the world in this. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was really amazing, like the technology that they created with this aircraft. And it was just the two of them, but they flew around the world in this thing, I believe. Morning, Glenn. Yeah, really, there was a lot of technology development. One of the airports, where was I at that they were talking about? Oh, down at in Savannah, they have the history of Gulfstream and the Rolls-Royce engines. When Gulfstream first started, I think they're one of the main competitors to Learjets. Because Gulfstream does have a facility there in Savannah, right by the airport, and a lot of folks that I knew at my old aviation unit, even though they worked on helicopters, because they had their airframe and power, basically repair licensing, they could get a job at Gulfstream making really good money. That's true. Yeah, you guys haven't crossed over into the afternoon area. But yeah, so yeah, Gulfstream. When I got to the airport in Savannah, there when I was waiting to fly to Newark, New Jersey, they have all these pictures of the beginnings of their deal, Gulfstream and the Rolls-Royce engines. That basically, I guess they have a partnership, or a business partnership that Rolls-Royce supplies engines to Gulfstream Aviation. Glenn, Chris has been let his cuddle jacket. My brain is a day back. I thought, yeah, I thought, I honestly thought today was flight sim day. Oh well, it happens. I love this bridge. That's a really cool design. And every once in a while, you'll hear the alarm go off. I think that they're getting ready to raise it. Got a yellow coming up. I think. Where's our? Oh, went to blue. So maybe our maybe the class 101 is kind of taken off and. We'll just go ahead and coast here for a second. Yeah, I'm good, Glenn. Yeah. Just, we're here on these lovely Class 37s, taking some empty steel wagons back to the steel works. Be loaded up with more steel. Oh, so I started watching, Grand Designs. Holy crap, boy! Some people, they have money, but it's interesting. They buy these properties, but then they're like, oh, we're gonna try to do it under this budget, and so far everybody has gone over budget. Even when they try to pinch pennies and try to do a lot of the work themselves, they still end up over budget. But boy, there's some really phenomenal houses. This guy who was a mechanical engineer for the Royal Army, he I think is still the head of the Mechanical Engineers Society there in the UK. I really love it. Yeah. Some really interesting architecture ideas. But yeah, just like any home design show, at some point the people, they have all these great ideas, and either they plop down the money for it and they're just like, yeah, we went over our budget by a couple $100,000, but it's worth it. Or they're just like, well, we had to kind of give up on this notion for the time being. So yeah, but it's some really interesting stuff. But they only have season 10 and season 15, or series 10 and 15, available on Netflix. but I think if I look on Amazon Prime, I might be able to find the whole series, you know, everything that they have available from I guess it started in 1999 from what I understood. But, yeah, really some really beautiful countryside there in the UK. But it's amazing what people come up with. But, you know, some of them are just like, yeah, we paid £1 million for this property, and it's like, and you're saying you only got a budget of $500,000? Like, really? You really think that you're going to be able to buy $1 million property and then you're going to, we're only going to give it a budget of $500,000 for renovations. Yeah, some really neat stuff. Oh, Tank, it's based on a company in LA. Oh, I think I've heard of that. Yeah, a lot of those, the ones that came out here in America, like, there seemed to be like a big boom of different design shows. I know a lot of, it started very popular with car renovations, and then it became house renovations, and, yeah, and it's just people with insane amounts of money to do all this stuff, and yeah, it's, or, you know, there was a show for a while on the Speed Channel when the Speed Channel was around called Unique Whips, and it was all, you know, a lot of it was, you know, sports stars or people, you know, rappers and stuff. They would bring in a car and they would do something unique to it. You know, just insane amounts of money being spent to do stuff to cars. But now, you know, people. The other one that I used to watch is Love It or List It, which is an interesting show. But yeah, all these projects so far, they're like, oh, and only one that I've watched. Yeah, I've heard of Clarkson's Farm. I've not watched it yet. I've heard different things about it. Yeah, yeah, I've heard quite a few different things about Clarkson's Farm. But yeah, I'd have to check that out at some point. I want to watch Drive Tribe, or not the Drive, Grand Design, or the Grand Tour. I want to watch their, you know, since they left Top Gear, I wanted to watch kind of their own adventures away from Top Gear. You know, hats off to Amazon Prime for giving them a place to continue their automotive craziness. Anyway. I do appreciate everybody coming in today. I know slow freight service isn't always everybody's cup of tea, and I do like these Class 37s out of the stuff that you can run on Tees Valley line. I do like the looks of these. So, yeah. I figured something a little bit different. So we're going to have to cross over coming up. That's why we got that 25 coming up. So hopefully everybody's going to have a good Monday. But yeah, we'll end this up once we get there. That'll be it for today. I have to conserve my fighting strength for tomorrow. But if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Please do leave a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Say hi in the chat if you feel so inclined. Do subscribe. We do. I go live almost every day of the week. 6:30 in the morning East Coast time, which is about 11:30 in the morning UK time. So, yeah, everybody's welcome. We do different. So I counted yesterday. We have 26, 25, 20. I think. Yeah, 25 routes right now in the game. Something for everybody, for the most part. So, yeah. So if you like railroading, train spotting, that sort of thing, more than welcome to come in and hang out. But we are debuting Flight Sim on the channel tomorrow. Excuse me, on my Xbox Series S. And then Wednesday we will be on the, what did I say it was, Clinchfield? Yeah, Wednesday will be, no, Wednesday we're doing Bakerloo line. Thursday is Clinchfield. That's right. So, yeah. I haven't been on Bakerloo in forever, so it'd be good to get back on there. Alright, so let's take a look. Now these are automatic, but let's check our switches here. To make sure we are able to pull into. Yep, that's all set. That's all set. Alright, so our switches are all set. Looking forward to seeing your first flight. Me too. I'm ecstatic about it. I'm like a little kid at Christmas. I can't wait for tomorrow. I honestly wish they would have just let us start playing today. But that's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, really. But yeah, Bakerloo Wednesday, Clinchfield Thursday. We'll figure out from there for Friday. Well, I'm hoping, Glenn, and I won't know till tomorrow. If I can, I would like to fly from the airport near where I grew up to Monterey, California. I figured that's probably about an hour flight. So I'm hoping that's what we can do. Fingers crossed, but I won't know. But we'll figure it out when we get logged in tomorrow, because I don't know what to expect, to be honest. So, but we're going to try to do. If they have like a tutorial thing, we're going to start there first. But you know, if I can fly from, basically it's this town called Hayward, which is right near where I grew up, Castor Valley. The reason why it's the airport's special to me is years ago, like when I grew up in the Bay Area, there used to be a Marine Corps Reserve flight unit there at the Hayward Airport. They had 2 F-4 Phantoms back in the day, and they would take off from that airport. You know, they would do a scramble, and because they had to log so many hours to keep their efficiencies, I'm sure. So they would take off, and I mean it was super loud. And then eventually, at some point, they did away with them, because I think they were just like on call in the event if the Soviets got too close to the Bay Area, sort of thing. They would scramble to go deal with the problem or whatever. No, we're gonna start the, like I was saying earlier, we're gonna go to flight school, and we're gonna learn the basics. We're gonna start from scratch and work our way up to the bigger aircraft and doing the longer flights and everything. So yeah. Now I don't know that I'm gonna want to stream for like hours and hours and hours, but I'm going to try to make it where it's something interesting, and because it's a very, I don't know how in depth everything is in the game. I know on PC, there's people who worked in the aviation industry, so they go through all the checklists. They check the weather, they check their flight path, they change it as needed. Well, and I think that's just how it is in real life, to be honest, Glenn. Once you're airborne, the pilots just basically just kind of, they put on the autopilot and they just chill, and they only take over if they start to have turbulent air, or if they have, something like that where they have to deviate from the flight path that was programmed. And then they land the plane. So, yeah. But I think, if it's a short flight, like when I flew from Newark, New Jersey to Syracuse, I kind of got the sense that the pilots were in control the whole time. Like there was I don't think they went autopilot at any point. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think for the long flights, that's what most pilots do. Is once they get airborne, they hand control over to the aircraft, and they just kind of sit back and chill, and they just monitor everything. So, but yeah, on the shorter flights, I don't, like an hour or something, I don't get the sense that would be the case that they would do that, but it's possible. All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's my goal, is eventually to do that flight if we can. Because I'd like to be able to show you guys like Monterey Bay from the air. Hopefully we'll be able to see the aquarium in Monterey, which is, if you've ever seen the movie Star Trek 4, that's the Monterey Bay Aquarium where they go to look for the scientist. They made it like they went to Marin County, which is just north of San Francisco, but that aquarium was actually in Monterey. I'm in the wrong job. Yeah. So yeah, so I'm hoping to show you guys that, but we'll figure it all out. But yeah, we'll start off slow. Like I said, we're gonna go to flight school and learn the basics. If they, I'm guessing they have something like that in there. So yeah, we'll learn together. All right, we're coming into the steelworks here. We're going to uncouple, and then we're going to park our locomotives. Right, let's see, our stop point is there. We're going to go there, and I think we go like up a little bit or something like that. Somewhere up here, I think. So we'll figure it out once we stop and uncouple our wagons. Oh. There's the loaded steel wagons. You got those, and you got these other ones with the coiled steel, it looks like. Yeah. Now it's interesting that they have it where it's these two there and then one, and then, so I'm guessing that just balances it out right for the weight. What? Huh. Get a little bit of speed back on here. Alright. So ours... should be the next one. There it is. I do appreciate everybody coming in. Just took a little bit longer. I thought it was going to be a quicker service, but it's hard to tell sometimes, especially you never know what you're going to get stuck behind. Because, you know, the passenger stuff has a... Oh, no, it's okay, Patrick. You can always go back and watch. We're just going to stop here, unhook the locomotives from the steel wagons, and then we're going to park the locomotives. That's okay. You could always watch it once it's posted on YouTube after I'm done with the stream. Yeah, we were going to do Microsoft Flight Sim today, but I misunderstood the dates. I thought today was the release date. Tomorrow it is. So tomorrow we're going to be flying. And then Wednesday morning we'll be doing the Bakerloo line. There's a scenario on there that I want to get done. We go from Queen's Park to Elephant and Castle, so I think it's like an all-stop service between those two. So we'll be featuring that. And then Thursday we'll be on the Lynchfield Railroad. So we're gonna be in the F7, doing a service there on that route. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Actually, there's a mixed power scenario. We'll do that one because it's got the F7 and the old original SD40 in Clinchfield Railroad colors. So we're going to do that on Thursday. We'll do that scenario. So, yeah. Yeah, really like these 37s. They're really beautiful, I think. And I like the color scheme on them. And gosh darn, isn't our driver just all suave looking here, running steel wagons, dressed like he's going out to lunch later. Wow, nice stop. There we go. Alright, we're going to unhook these. Which I think is. Now, the cool thing is you can basically you can unhook it like I just did, or you can get out from the locomotive and run and do it. Some of them require that you actually go and unhook it. You know, you run down here and unhook it. But, you know, it does save time if you do it that way, but, you know, like we just did. Yeah, our driver just seems a little too sharply dressed for running freight. I kind of expect more like, you know, overalls or dungarees or something. Yeah, this just doesn't seem too legit. Alright, so we are stopping right there. Let's make sure all of our switches are set. I did check before, but you just never know. It's always good to check. Alright, we are on our way. Doesn't take much to get the two locomotives moving since we are free of our freight. Or at least our empty steel wagons. So. We do have merch. It's not like I have channel merch specifically, but I do have a Redbubble store front featuring my photography. There is some railroad themed stuff. There is also some car stuff on there and a few travel photos. So if you want to purchase something, it all is greatly appreciated. Flickr, I have over 8,000 photos on my Flickr page, so if there's something that you want as a picture, let me know. We'll figure something out. And then let's see what else. Oh, SoundCloud, radio shows that I did when I took a radio production class. So if you want to hear me talk and play music, you can listen to that as well. So here we are. There it is. Ta-da! 20 miles. Took us almost an hour to do 20 miles. And there we are. Alright, so that's going to be it for today, folks. Hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you tomorrow in flight school on Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. So take